and we were using Asikuda as a tool to help us in our job.
The question what I'm trying to get out of you is, you said you suspected that it was Mr. Dabo who wrote the article.
No, let me learn.
Okay, please, go ahead.
Because why I said so, had it been I was the one writing the memo or the head that time, we would have been using Asikuda to help us. We would not have landed ourselves in having unpaid declarations. Because when you say unpaid declaration, those goods have arrived. They were taken by the owner. So where was customs? Where was the Deputy Commissioner Enforcement? If he was checking the computer or doing his work, it would not have led to that. That's why I said, I mean, although they were working, but like sleeping, I would say. So that memo that Yankuba wrote, it will boomerang back on him. But we have to do it.
Okay. But knowing, was Yankuba aware that that memo would boomerang on him?
New broom, if I could say, new broom sweeps well. So I told him, no problem, sir. Because why would I not do it?
So the boomerang would have been on him, Yankuba, as the head of customs.
Exactly.
Okay. So why would he then now write something to attack you?
Because the failure of him that time, you have 3 deputy commissioners. Why would you sit with one and not sit with 3 of them together? So that at least you will hear what each and every one of them are saying to advise you. We were your lieutenants. But you did not.
But what I am trying to understand is your basis for your suspicion that the article was written by Yankuba and not somebody else.
Counsel, as a department, when I talk to you, the way we talk or do you write, if I go to Basse or whatnot, I see a writing or whatnot, I may say, Li Esala, or Li Fatula, or Li Mademba. We all know each other.
Okay, so your complaint is based on a suspicion that it was written by Yankuba, correct? And,
exactly.
And that is on the basis of the way you think he talks.
And writes.
And writes. At what stage did you realize that?
Oh, when I was incarcerated at the NIA, at night, around 2 or 1, somebody woke me and said, Kaima Mela Lena, Diu Sangam, and called his name. Lumbina si kibaro, ak lumbina si nyun suñ evidence be. Yep bena la cut and paste.
Okay, so so that is your basis for
the 2.
For arriving at the conclusion that it was done by Mr. Dabo.
Exactly.
But did you have the privilege of holding the 2 documents to make the comparison yourself?
Yes, as I told you, somebody at the NIA gave it to me and showed it to me and told me Buko Waken.
And you had the 2 documents and you compared them?
Yes.
And they were word for word or similar?
The T, the I, exactly cut and paste.
But how is that possible? Are you suggesting, therefore, that when Mr. Dabo wrote his statement at the NIA, he had the draft Hibaro paper and copied from it?
No, it was the same individual that wrote on Kibaro that when they arrested me on the first day, when I slept at NIA the first night, the following night, when they took me to Liz, I told him, Liz, bul sonal sa bopa, oyal Yankuba nga laaj ko, lan la def, be muma isi si yen, ngeen xamne man Yaya Jammeh suma tiye na ma rendi. They called him, he wrote cut and paste.
But what I am trying to drive at is the statement that is attributed to Yankuba and the Hibaro article is basically verbatim, it's the same, correct?
Exactly.
But don't you think that Mr. Dabo would be stupid to do that? Because it would be really exposing him if he were to write a statement that is identical with the Kibaro article. He would be giving away himself.
And that's what he did, sir, counsel.
Okay. So your promise to him when you went to his office was that you would take this person to court.
Exactly.
When you discover who this person was. Okay. So subsequent to that, when were you arrested?
I was arrested when we went to Kanilai. Was it on a we went to Kanilai on a Friday.
You do what?
Farm.
On whose farm?
Actually,
on whose farm?
Yeah, Jammeh's farm.
Do you own a farm?
I cannot farm.
And what did you go to do in Kanilai?
Follow the crowd, because my presence there, I cannot hoe or do whatever.
But why did you have to go there?
Because that was my first time of going, and I was head of Deputy Commissioner Enforcement. It falls within my purview, so I said, It
fell within your purview to go to Kanilai and farm?
No, Deputy Commissioner, I was coordinating.
Coordinating what? Collection of customs duties?
No.
What were you coordinating?
The staff, they are feeding and whatnot.
Does government feed customs officers?
Yes, we were feeding ourselves. We were feeding ourselves when
Where?
From our own votes.
Where?
Government vote, customs department.
Feeding yourselves where?
When we go to Kanilai, we take along.
Why? What business does customs have to do with being in Kanilai?
Council, that one, what would I say? We were forced, I was forced to.
Tell it as it is.
That's why I said I was forced like any other person, because they've been going for the past, would I say 7 or 8 years, I was not going. Then, you know, within our family.
Where were they going for the past 7, 8 years, as you suggest?
To Kanilai, but I wasn't going.
To do what in Kanilai?
Farm.
Using their pens, that's what their civil servants were known for? Or they plowing, using tractors as well?
That's why I said I cannot even farm.
So what were you doing there?
Sit around. Topa mbolo mi rek.
You said you were forced. We want to understand the environment, how that happened.
Why I said I was forced, because when I was at ports or those other postings, I never went. But when I was transferred to enforcement, I said, wow, biduwa muna richa. Because...
Why is that?
Yeah, because those other postings and whatnot, you have liberty not to go or whatnot. But coordinating it and not going, he will say, was
it part of your official responsibilities to be corralling farmers for the president?
They will send you,
forcibly.
They will send you a memo. So when I came...
Have you ever received such a memo?
Yes. When I came, I told, it was, I Ansumana Tarawale, I told him, sir, this memo, I will not write it as before. I will ask whoever wants. Let them.
So you wrote the memo?
Yes.
And what did you say in the memo?
To get people that volunteered voluntarily. And if we don't get the limit of people that we wanted, then I'll take other people's name and tell them to come in and join. Because some if you don't write their names, they say, hey, you've been lost matur, put them Kanilai. Some we are willing.
So you were not forced?
Well, I was forced, but as the head of the unit, I have to go. Although I never liked it.
Did you go voluntarily or did you feel compelled to go?
Yes, exactly. I was compelled because it's the job.
Tell me whether I am wrong. Wasn't it the case that everybody, all of you, wanted to show super loyalty to Yaya Jammeh and you was all eager to go? Tell me if I am wrong.
Say that again, sir.
I am putting out there a broad proposition. Identify the problems in that proposition. Tell me where it is wrong. Was it not the case that these senior civil servants wanted to demonstrate super loyalty to Yaya Jammeh, and they were all eager to go and farm in Kanilai, even though they couldn't even cut grass in their homes?
Not all civil servants, sir. Not all.
And how many would you estimate? The top echelon, they wanted to go?
Yeah, most of them wanted to go. And some, even if you don't write their names, they'll come and tell you, Abinuros Matur. So those ones are the ones I will write their names first to get the number of people that they wanted, because they'll ask us in the memo 400, 300. So if we don't get that amount, we'll try and ask some people, this time we will write your name, next time we'll write somebody else's name. But there are some, every Kanilai going, they must go.
Okay. And some were forced?
I was.
So you are one of those top officers who were forced,
Exactly.
But there were top officers who were willing.
Exactly.
Okay. So you went to Kanilai, and what happened after that?
Before going to Kanilai, I went to my friend's house. I told her, I am supposed to go to Kanilai. I may be arrested there, I may not be.
Why did you think you'd be arrested?
Because of this memo.
What was the situation at the time with regards to memos of this nature? Or
no, not the memo, I mean the
yes, articles of this nature.
Exactly. To get the attention of Yaya Jammeh, I mean, Kibaro knew that Yaya will come after me, especially when they wrote here Langtombong Tamba's name together with loyalty. And
the article suggested that your loyalty was to Langtombong Tamba.
No, the article said I was not loyal to the state.
Yes, but who were you loyal to?
If not the government of the Gambia.
Did it not say that you were loyal to Langtombong Tamba instead of Yaya Jammeh?
That's what I'm trying to read, whether it was specifically.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, the second paragraph. Exercising personal loyalty to jailed former army chief Langtombong Tamba.
So you believe that that statement would evoke Yaya Jammeh's anger?
Exactly, because by that time, Lang was in jail, and anything to attract Yaya Jammeh that time, write about anybody who he had left in jail.
So So you became apprehensive that you may be arrested?
Yes.
So what happened after, when you went to Kanilai, did the people farm, the customs officers?
We did not. We hired a room, sat with our air conditioner.
You hired a room. What do you mean by that?
I rent Sindola. Sindola you have to pay.
So you had to pay. Who owned Sindola at the time?
I think it's him.
Him who?
President Jame.
So he forced you to come to his farm and you had to pay to stay in his hotel, and then you farm for him for free. Is that what you're telling us?
And that's what I did.
And how many officers did you go with from customs? How many officers did you go with from customs?
That time, mostly we used to go with 50.
And all those 50 were accommodated, weren't they?
No, the hotel, we were about 6 or 7 in that room.
Okay. But it was paid for?
That room, yes.
By who?
Myself.
From your own pocket or from customs money?
I needed a shield when they are arresting me for somebody to identify that these people came to arrest her, you know.
Or you were expecting that you'd...
Yeah.
But was accommodation provided for free to those who came to farm for Yaya Jammeh?
They call it, that area, oh my God. Is it not Playfield? Oh my God, I've forgotten where they do their wrestling arena or whatnot. That's where normally they accommodate us. It's open area. So I said.
So people sleep in the open? That's
exactly. So I just said,
It was like a campfire?
That's where they did do their dancing and whatnot. So I said, let me take a room with some 6 colleagues or 7, we were 6 or 7 in number.
And for all officers who wanted to have better accommodation, sleep in a hotel, in the hotel, instead of the open air or the tents, they'd have to pay for their hotel room.
Yes, that time I paid, but like the compound next to him, Siaka Bojang's compound, normally I do stay there because Siaka together with Yaya's young elder brother were all brought up by my grandfather. So
it's like that wasn't your first time going, was it?
No, that's why I said the last time we stayed there because Siaka is a clearing agent and a relative to him. So when I was going and I needed more people to help me, bail me out, I said, Kale, you dem Nijel Hotel.
Okay. How many times have you been to Kanilai?
I think 3 times.
Were all those 3 times to go and farm for Jammeh?
Yes, all three. All 3 were to go and farm.
Did you ever farm?
As I said earlier, I have never. I don't even know how to.
So you go there and present yourself and...
Just a passenger in a vehicle.
All right. Okay. So when were you arrested?
Was it on the 1st? Oh, sorry. Let me move back. Thank you. Was it on the 1st or the 2nd of September?
But it happened after you returned from Kanilai.
Exactly. Correct? Actually, I thought I was going to be arrested in Kanilai, but they did not. So when we came home, I packed my bag, took shower, was eating, then they came.
Who came?
The NIA.
Do you recall who?
Something Dabo. He called me with a QCell number and said, Vero, Yansi Keriwe. I said, Yola can hame uma number B. He said, wachasil dañ la jël si. I said, oh, you have finally come. Wait, let me eat. I'll come down. Then he said, no, come now. I said, Hana, duma leka. So I just left the food there, came down, because I tried to see whether there's a vehicle, but I couldn't. So I came downstairs and went to the gates. I saw a wine-colored tinted vehicle. He said, "Nyuwan them." I told him, I have to get my bag because I've packed my bag already. As a lady, I need some things that I should go with. He said, I told him, why would I run? Why would I run? He refused. So I just locked the gate and followed him.
Without your go bag?
I didn't go back till 28 or 29.
No, without your go bag.
Yeah, the bag, he left, they refused me the bag.
How did you feel when he refused you to take the bag?
I mean, it was inhumane of him because, I mean, as a lady, you need some things you should go with, and knowing that I will stay there long.
How did you know you were going to stay there long?
Hey, Esa, fi Banjula.
Tell us about it.
Somebody told me that, I mean, you were arrested once, twice, but this one won't be easy. So I said, wow.
When were you told that?
Was it, I think, a week or so?
Before or into your detention?
Before. So I told Mary Ndur, she's a police officer, head of, that time, Western Division. So I told her, Mary, they said they will arrest me, and this time it won't be easy. They want to give Alaji Conte my chair, and Alaji doesn't fit in that chair.
But you would agree that all this is speculation. Maybe, excuse me, sir, could you possibly push it forward so that she would be comfortable?
Yeah, I think she want to lay it on the table. That's why I make it.
No, just push it a little. Okay, all right, okay.
Thank you.
Good. Your suggestion that your seat was going to be, the plan was to give it to Alaji Conte, that was just speculation, wasn't it?
Exactly, that was.
It was speculation. Good. So, and then when they subsequently arrested you, you had it in your mind that you are going to be detained for long. That's what you had.
Yes, I had it in my mind that, like, I would not be detained at the NIA, but at the police. So I told Marie, man, luma ginal, fake dañ ma detain, buñ ma baye NIA, dañ ma baye police fi, at least my family nañ mëna ñew dima isil leka ak luma soxla yang fi.
But this was just at the time you were expecting that you would be arrested, correct?
It was imminent.
It was imminent. Okay. But the article that was written, was there any allegation of criminal conduct on your part?
Nothing whatsoever.
But nonetheless, you thought at the time that you would still be arrested?
Because Yaya was erratic. And I mean...
Could you say again?
I said Yaya was erratic. And I mean, the family...
What do you mean by that? Could you break it down for us? Yaya was erratic. Break it down for us.
Counsel, like the family that my mother comes from, my grandfather brought them up.
Brought who up?
Them. When I say them, I mean the Jolas. Like Kukoi, plus his elder brother, Peter Lamin Sanyang. this Siaka I am talking, who lives next door to him in Kanilai, Benedict Jame, David Coley, all of them, they live in a compound at Dobson Street. So, I mean, instead of saying thank you to my grandfather or whatnot, the first thing that Kukoi did was to come to our compound with a gun during the coup. The same applied to Yaya.
That is what was 81, right?
Exactly. The same too with Yaya when he came to power. What did he do? He arrested me in 96 or 98 to come after my grandfather's property or whatnot, together with my mother's property, together with my properties, passing through Joint Officers Mess Act.
But you do agree that in 1998 there was a commission of inquiry with regards to assets.
Yes.
Okay. And that is the commission of inquiry in which you participated in, yes. Correct? Mm-hmm. And the commission of inquiry exonerated you, correct?
Exactly.
And you were reinstated to your job, correct?
Exactly.
And you were paid all the monies that you were due,
exactly.
Correct? Yes. All the salaries were paid back.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from the anguish of going through the commission of inquiry, the government owe you nothing, correct?
Exactly.
And you are satisfied with the settlement?
Yes.
Okay, good. So then that one shouldn't be a problem, correct?
Exactly.
Good. So now, with regards to this particular arrest, you were expecting that an arrest was imminent. They came for you, somebody called Dabo. He wouldn't let you take your go bag, and he whisked you away. Take it from there and tell us what happened afterwards.
So when I insisted on taking my bag, he said no. I went. I slept there that night because it was around 6, 7.
When you arrived at the NIA,
they booked me.
Which premises did they take you?
GPMB, Marina Parade.
Yes, but did they process you in somehow?
Yeah, they booked me with in their diary, took my mobile, took my details, then they told me, Demal talk Philly.
Where was Philly?
Their hall.
Okay.
It's an open hall.
Okay. Did they tell you what you were being taken there for?
They did not. That same day, they did not.
Did they give you the opportunity to talk to a lawyer?
They did not.
Did they give you an opportunity to speak to a family member?
No, they did not.
They just let you stay there?
Exactly.
And did they provide you with a bed, a sleeping place, and somewhere to sleep, something to sleep on?
No, it was it Sabali? The then Secretary General, he's Usman.
The Sabali who was Secretary General was called Momodu?
Exactly. He was the one that found me sitting and said, hey, ñi duñ la bayyi fi de kayma arrange la room bi nga fanan fa. I told him fanan. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours.
Let's try to understand this. You mean the Secretary General came
exactly.
to the NIA premises?
No, he was arrested too.
He was arrested too.
Ay fofu dafa neexon de.
Ah.
ñun ñu fa nekkon ñun ñu tombé won ñu nekk fofu. ñun ñu bari la won. He was there. He was the one that told me, these people, I doubt whether they leave you here. 1 hour, 2 hours, they didn't release you.
Okay.
Come, take this room.
Veronica, I was thinking that perhaps maybe to capture some of what you were saying, you can speak in Wolof, and then we can have interpretation in English if you so wish.
Oh.
Hmm?
Let me try and continue in English.
Okay. All right. It's your choice. It's your testimony. So at that time, you said Fufu da Fanehon, ñun ñu bari la woon. Who and who was there?
Myself, Sabali, 5 other prison wardens, Jata,
Jata who?
Police officer, crime management, CMC or whatnot, at Keraba police station, together with the Alcalo's son, Burfoot, Pa Califasano's son, I've forgotten his name, together with the one that sells his hats, Tamberu. They call him Rossi because he was a footballer. We were there all together.
How many females?
How many? I was the only one.
Did they segregate you?
No.
You had?
At night, one of them will come and tell me, this is the room that they gave me. Now come and sleep. I'll come and sleep in the hall. Then you will come and sleep inside the room since you are a lady.
And it was your fellow detainees who were according you that courtesy? Exactly. Good. And when Mamadou Sabali told you that ñi duñ la bayyi légui de, kaay fi, how did you feel at the time receiving such help?
I thanked him for the generosity, but not going to sleep at home too was something mixed feeling though.
So what happened subsequently?
I slept.
And the following day?
I think I had a knock on the door, then I opened. Then somebody tapped me and said, can them invest? Let's go to invest, meaning their investigation. I said, no problem, let's go. So when we went to investigation unit, I found Liz, who was the then deputy director. He died.
Deputy director of where?
NIA. Liz, together with the one that escorted me, Keba Seka.
Do you know Liz's full name?
Liz, I think he's Edward Louis or Louis Edward, but I think Louis is the middle name.
What was his last name?
Gomez. He was the deputy director.
Louis Gomez?
Yes, Louis. But we call him Liz, but he's Louis. So we went. When Keba handed me over to him, I told him, hi, Liz Yola. God, no problem, let's go. We went, then they started questioning me based on this.
And you gave a statement?
Yes, I gave a statement to them.
During the interview, during the interrogation, did they do anything to you?
They did not, just that I think they were recording me, because when they were talking, they brought out a metal, grayish metal something. I asked him, Dangma tape, but he didn't say anything. I told him, Bulma tape. Don't tape me, don't record me. Write down my statement, but don't record me. But, he continued.
Apart from recording you, did they do anything which you felt was offensive?
Like, when I went back to the room where they locked me,
Mr. Chair, may we call for the morning break earlier than usual, 10 minutes earlier, just to afford us the opportunity to let the witness recuperate.
Yeah, that's all right. We can take the break now and come back at 12 noon. Thank you very much. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Gis ñu ngi fi amee ay coffee mugs dañoo defar coffee mugs of all types so la amee seen business yi ngeen bëgg a defar coffee mugs mbete it ngeen bëgg a defar li nga xam ne nag mooy seen birthday presents yi ku seen love ones yi so la ñëwee Gambian Talents promotion ñun ñu jox leen ko coffee mugs yu baax you know of all type bu nekkee wedding la bu nekkee da nga am sa love one bu nekkee da nga am sa fiancé bu nekkee da nga am ki nga xam ne nag mooy sa jëkkër mbete it sax sa yaay oo sa papa oo sa business boo xam ne yaa ngi ko bëgg a promote bëgg a faa def nag li nga xam ne mooy coffee mug soo la ñëwee fii rek am ko thank you Gambia salaamaaleykum yéen a ko gis de ay coffee mugs la de yéen ñi nga xam ne nag yéen a am seen wedding ba tey it ngeen am seen birthdays ba tey it ngeen am seen love ones yi nga xam ne dañ bëgg a kaas ba bëgg a dee maanaam dañ bëgg a si ñoo am seen li nga xam ne nag mooy breakfast bi seen tea bi su ko defee rek ñu am seen kaas bu baax gis seen boppa loolu nekk loo xam ne nag lu neex la gift dafa am solo si every relationship moo tax it Gambian Talents indil leen coffee mugs yoo xam ne nag soo leen ko bëggee rek ak foo leen ko bëggee rek ñun ñoo leen koy indil doo leen ko amee fenn gis ngeen ko yéen ñi nga xam ne nag yéen a am seen family members yoo xam ne maanaam dañ génn àddina mbete it ngeen am li nga xam ne nag mooy ay parties fii la coffee mugs are here for you at Gambian Talents promotion. It's very, very cheap. If you want this kind of coffee mugs, just call in 7833-524. We are opposite the Nawak building at the Red Cross building. When you get to the Red Cross building, and when you ask for Gambian Talents promotion, they will show you. Get your coffee mugs right now and have a different vision of what coffee means.